Hey guys, per usual, everything on this channel is for educational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice. So, day 3 here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour Bitstamp. I'm seeing a nice div in a few different ways. If I turn on oscillators, I see a higher low in the RSI. I don't know how to read Stoke, so I'm not even going to comment on it, but you can see it crossed and it broke the 20 threshold horizontal here. So the basic way to read that for me would be bottom got hit. You can see there was a cross here and it broke the threshold. Obviously this is slightly in hindsight at this point. You didn't really snipe that entry based on the current price point. I'm not seeing any candles that look great per se yet. This is a nice stab down with a rounded. It's too hard to say on the 4-hour exactly. These candles don't really impress me any. So that's candles. Let's turn on a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff's going to turn on right here. We talked about our zones from the other day, horizontal zones. You can see we bounced in a zone where we should have bounced, which is good. I was talking about this harmonic possibly the other day, that the stop is always the 1272 fib. So if you longed the, at the time, the 1.14, let's see what it is now, 1.3. I don't really know if that's anything. I'll check that. But again, so your stops for any harmonics always 1.272, you would have been fine. You wouldn't have got stopped out here. All right, so I checked the harmonics. They don't really make much sense overall, but I still like these targets regardless. 1139, 1343. This is assuming this holds, which is a big ask. I don't know. One thing you can do though is draw fibs from the current low to the previous high, giving you a 50% move of 1077. Again, nothing super new or crucial as far as information is concerned. 1100, 1050 I think is a good range. We'll see if it gets that high. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the volume, there's a div as well. Lower low on price on lower volume. So it just says that the bearish momentum is weakening despite getting lower. We got indicates underlying strength, bears are exhausted, warning of possible trend change. Okay, that's what we're looking at here. Lower low, higher low. Okay, that's all. So that's divs, fibs, harmonics, and Fibonacci. If we turn on Heikin Ashi, you can see my rule of 2 or more candles being green with the opens and closes being higher than the previous as far as a bullish indication. So that's good. Add to the list. And if I just add that pitchfork back on real quick, I know this is a mess at this point, but you can see we're bouncing on the support/resistance at this point diag of the old pitchfork that got invalidated-ish. So we'll see if this is worth putting back on or not in the next few hours. As far as chart patterns are concerned, we're setting up for Head and Shoulders inception. Like I mentioned, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder yet to be drawn. Volume profile is there, descending volume profile. The neckline would probably be here, 1040. So we'll see if this is enough momentum to flip us to that neckline. This is going to be tough. I think, because I'm a madman, I'm crazy, and I think I'm going to go long quarter size again, just based on the Heikin Ashi and the divs and the harmonic. We'll see. Super risky here, obviously. This could just be a 3 drives where we go 1, 2, 3. And let me just fib that out on a clean chart. This is on Coinbase, but it would look something like this, where you get 3 lower lows, you're getting higher, you're getting a growing bull div just over and over again. And then the target would be between the 50 and 61.8 fib. And if I put the short long R&R position on here, again, I'm looking for risk-reward ratio of 3 or more. I still like this target currently of 1144, and I certainly will adjust the target should it become a winning trade and it doesn't break this zone. I just put the stop here because it's max pain I want to take. For 5x, you could have taken, which is probably what I should have done, gone 5x, larger stop, just because it's super volatile right now. But I do really like all the divs on this. Alright, so that was Bitcoin. This is Ethereum, still in the long trade. This looks good for more up. This kind of looks like a falling wedge flag situation. Doesn't look dire as far as needing to close it or anything, just based on naked candles. Let's just look at Heikin Ashi real quick. So Heikin Ashi wants you to use a stop Remember I was saying green, 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 and then you move your stop up when you get the first red candle. So Heikin Ashi wants your stop to be 0.05. So if it breaks 0.05, you should close this trade. That's what it's telling me. Also, if we go to these Bill Williams fractals here, it's going to tell me the same thing. You can see there's a red hat on this here wick. So it's going to be 0.05 as far as your stop's concerned. If I can figure out how to add stops on a Poloniex position, I'll do that after this video. But if it breaks that level, this trade should be closed. Now, it very well may just falling wedge down into the stop and then go to the target. What are you going to do? But I don't think I'm going to stay in the position if it breaks that zone for sure. So just tried to pitchfork this again, and it doesn't fit in a pitchfork, so it's not worth it. The 5200 is up to here at this point. It's good news that the 50 is at our price open, so there's clearly support there. Should you not use a stop and just want to let this ride to break even, whatever you want to do. 200 is all the way down here, so still very bullish based on these EMAs. If I want to try to draw a quick harmonic on this, A, B, C, D, it's nothing I don't think is going to make sense. Doesn't really make any sense. Just going to get rid of it. As far as divs are concerned, there are divs all over this. Like I said yesterday, bear div here. There's a bear div in volume. Let me turn on volume real quick. Why is it a div? You're getting a higher high on lower volume, higher high on less strength, less momentum. It says bullish momentum is weakening. Now, you may just get a reset of RSI to 50, which is another strategy as far as like market entry or bids are concerned. So, this may pull back all the way to our break-even price, like I said, and then shoot off. 0.05 is definitely the stop I'm going to stick with based on Heikin Ashi and fractals. As far as the cloud's concerned, everything's still bull. The TK cross is still bull. That's really the first thing that's going to twist bear to get you a signal. That would be an exit for this trade. You can see the entry based on the TK would be somewhere down here. I don't think I mentioned this, but the cloud on Bitcoin is 100% bear still, and the 5200 is still 100% bear. Here's Dash. I, again, don't see any reason really to be long in here. There's a nice Kijun bounce on this, but overall, it's just ranging. We turn on the 5200. It's at the 50 as well. Could be a buy. This could be a 0.3 buy. Let me look at it some more here. Alright, so if this is a buy, your stop's going to be below the 50% fib. We'll say 0.078, okay, or higher. It did bounce also on the 618, so again, that tells me it's bullish. The target for me would be the 0.18, which is insane, but that's the target based on the fibs. There's a potential harmonic here, depending on how you want to play its actionability. The target would be 0.047. If we move this up to here, and we move this up to here-ish, 0.066, depending on how you want to draw it. I'm pretty sure that's a bullish bat. So the idea would be it would bounce here. There's no divs on here because we did get a higher high, so that's good. If you look at these candles, it's a nice tweezer bottom here. There's also potential for Adam, Eve, double top. There's a nice M double top here. Oof, this is a tough one going long or not. This is where some knowledge of oscillators helps you. Normally I would just go long because the cloud tells me to long, and I trust cloud over anything and everything. However, RSI is not yet above 50, which would be long conditions, as I was saying for Ethereum, how it might pull back to the 50 RSI. Usually if it trends above 50, you can see all this over here. It's, let's see, what is it? 50, 50, 50, where are you at? Somewhere about there. You can see how it bounced 1, 2, 3 times on 50 as it was trending already. So I think I'm going to wait until RSI is 50. Another clue is that 4-hour Stoke hasn't crossed bullish yet, and then crossed the threshold of whatever this is, 20, I don't know. So that's how I'm going to read that. I'm going to wait probably till tomorrow to long this. I'll definitely look at it again. I think it's worth starting to accumulate along here, but I just don't like the oscillators. I don't like the M double top, even though the cloud says everything's good to go. And here's something else I just remember to look at, and I get punished for not following my checklist that's literally on the side of the screen here. Heikin Ashi definitely tells me not to long this yet, because you can see it's red, 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 red. Okay, so I'm going to add that to the bear evidence, and I'm just going to sit this out until the very least Heikin Ashi's green. We already know cloud loves it, but this could pull back pretty massively based on the M, Adam, Eve situation, and the oscillators need to bottom out a little bit more, I think. RSI needs to come back to 50. Stoke 4 hour needs to come back to bullish crossover. That's all I have for today. Overall, Bitcoin relonged quarter position based on some loose bullish evidence. We'll see if that holds. Dash is holding, Ethereum holding long. I'm going to move a stop to 0.05 based on Heikin Ashi and fractals. And Dash, I'm going to wait, sit out until we get some more rollover on oscillators and on Heikin Ashi. As usual, like, dislike, comment, share, subscribe. Smash that donate button that doesn't exist, but you know my address is always in the description below. And hit me up on Twitter and Telegram. Happy trading.